Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for the Outlanders OVA. And this is like an older anime that came out, so I'll give you a little bit of background about this, so that way you have a better understanding of the show. Now, originally this came out in 1986, and it's based off of an 8-volume manga by Joji Manabe. Now, the manga was published in the U.S. through Dark Horse. And as you can imagine, just by looking at this cover, you know exactly why it was popular. You had sexy alien girl, and aliens and monsters and whatnot. Now, it was so popular that another one of his mangas got adapted, which was Caravan Kid. And it pretty much was the same type of show. I mean, manga, aliens, sexy girls, boobs and whatnot. Now, the basic premise for the show is Princess Kam is coming to the Earth, this sacred planet, and basically what her job is to destroy all the monkeys that are on the planet, because they don't belong there, which are basically the humans. And this very first few minutes of this anime is what basically sold this anime before anybody knew anything about this. Because basically what you had the spaceship coming down onto Earth. You had planes coming, trying to destroy it, and missiles are coming, lasers are being blasted, and planes are being destroyed. And then eventually she jumps out of the plane, her spaceship, and it starts hacking and slashing all the soldiers, and body parts are flying everywhere, blood is splattering, until she meets Tetsuya, the Tokyo News photographer. Now, inadvertently, as he's trying to defend himself from her attack, they end up pressed against each other, and she feels something in between her legs that's kind of large, and she instantly falls in love with Tetsuya. She stops the invasion and then takes back to her spaceship to go back to her home planet to tell her father that, yes, indeed, I am getting married. And so let that be a lesson to you guys that, in this case, size mattered. Now, from there, you get treated to a Batai, which was a cat girl, but she's this girl right here. So she got a human, but then she's got the cat ears, and she was semi-going out with Giobaldi, who was a big, muscular cat guy, which was this guy right here, and he looked more like a cat. Or at least more animal-like than she did. Now, this is basically the first, I guess you can say, the first half of the series, but it's condensed in about 40-some minutes long. So it's really chopped up to all heck. But it gives you the gist of what the story is. And there's a lot of humor in it. There's, so I guess you can say some adult humor, because, her attendants are making fun of the fact of how it's like Princess Kam and Tetsuya are going to have their night alone together, and then it's things like that they're just kind of poking fun at. Overall, I thought this OVA was actually, it's a decent OVA, but it really does help if you have the manga. And if you do, the manga is long out of print, so it's going to be almost impossible to find. But if you're looking for something it's an in and out show where it's like, I got my characters, I got my humor, I got some action, and I'm done, this is perfect for you. Because as you can imagine, her father does not approve of this relationship, and chaos and insanity ensue from that. Now, one thing I do really like about this is it does have some really interesting spaceship designs. It's nothing like a Battlestar Galactica or Star Wars or anything like that, Star Trek. A lot of the spaceships are based on insect designs. So if you can imagine Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, the big, gigantic beetles. Imagine something like that flying through space, and that's what a lot of these spaceships look like in Outlanders. So it has a very unique look and feel to it, and which I can really was drawn into it because of that. Just because it was so unique. Now, also was a little bit special about this is if you look here, the casing is a little bit different than what you would normally get. You get, of course, the standard, here's the disc. But then, at least on the inside, they try to make it a little bit more humorous by, these guys are like the princess's attendants. And then they saved a little extra money instead of putting that card in there. And they put all the cast information and chapters and whatnot over here. Now, as you can see here, there's a total of 9 chapters, but they're just basically just broken up. There's not a lot of extras, and the one thing that I thought was kind of odd is, like, this was originally put out by US Manga Corp, and then when you look on the menu of the video, it had like a phone number to call to get like a catalog type thing. So this was like totally way before they even understood the concept of, hey, there's this thing called the internet, and we could make a lot of money off of that type thing if we marketed it correctly. So I thought that was kind of like, it just caught me by surprise. Now overall, this is cheap. We're talking about, this is an under $10 DVD. I think I got this at the Right Stuff. It's either at the Right Stuff or I found it on Amazon. It's one of those two places. And like I said, it should be around $10. So it's definitely, I think it's worth it. The animation quality, while it shows its age, I think it holds up over time. It didn't make my eyes want to just, fall out because of the pain that it looked like. I think for the most part, a lot of the problems came in the fact of the backgrounds and obviously the way the characters moved on the screen. So you can tell it's definitely old, but it was still entertaining, and that's what's the important thing, is it was entertaining, it's funny. But like I said, the only problem is it's very abrupt. So you know that there's something else going on, but you just don't get it. So if you see it and you want to take a chance, feel free. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. Oh yeah, and I did listen to the dub, and I quickly turned it to subs. So the voice, some of those voices were really annoying, and I just couldn't take it. I'll have more anime reviews later. I got a lot of the older retro stuff, and I'll try to get some of the newer stuff up there too. So until next time.